welcome back. Welcome back. It is the first episode of 2025 of the Death Ratio Show. It is actually episode 46 in all of Death Ratio. 46. I am joined here today
46.
by Garrick Bartholomew Eaton. What is up? What you been eating?
I actually just had some McDonald's. Dude, I have like this tickle in my throat and I'm pissing me off.
Yeah, you do. Damn. You know, I didn't even introduce myself because I was so excited to introduce the tickle in Garrick's throat. I'm Devin
Dude,
Stanford, aka Brevin the Duke.
God, I'm struggling over here. Like, I didn't even, I swallowed, went to go take a pee and walk back. And as I was walking back, you ever swallow weird and it sends you into a coughing fit?
Do you have any libation that you can just drink real quick?
I have water, but it's not doing nothing.
Dude, you need to take that water and gurgle it. Gurgle on stream for everybody.
I think I got it out with that last little. Okay. Anyway,
Hey,
sorry. Now that I'm done dying on camera.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I didn't even smoke. There's no justification for that nonsense.
Yeah. You know, it's really funny.
I'm doing pretty good. What's funny? Uttered in my face.
I just wanted to, show you that I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream.
Yeah, dude, 25 Isn't strawberry already one of the flavors of Dr. Pepper?
Dude, this straight up tastes like strawberry ice cream. It's crazy.
But I mean, naturally, regular Dr. Pepper, doesn't it have strawberry flavoring? Isn't that one of the 23 flavors?
I don't know. I always thought it was a bunch of horse shit. 23 flavors. Every soda has 23 flavors in it, man. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, hey, that is their gimmick. But yeah. But no,
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty swell. Having a decent Tuesday. Work fucking sucks. Super not stoked to be back.
Oh, man.
It's been really lame. I'm already looking forward to spring break, even though it's super far away. But we have a weird month this month. First week of April for me.
It's not super
not super far, but far enough. But we have a really weird calendar month for school for us this week or this year or Jesus Christ, this month. We don't have a single full school week all month long for some reason. On Friday, there's no students in the building. Next Friday, there's no students in the building. The following Monday, it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. No school.
Yeah.
So and then, the final week of school, we have a full week of school. It's just a weird week, dude. January is always bizarre. Coming back to school, I hate it. The kids hate it. Everybody hates it.
I'm not gonna lie, you froze every 4 seconds just now. That whole thing. Every 4 seconds.
I mean, my ping is fine. I got nothing for you, dude.
Stream is fine. Discord's being Discord, man. Yeah, no. It's been a weird start of the week for me. This is my first official Monday through Friday week now at work. I am no longer having to work Sundays. I'm officially Monday through Friday now. In my new position, but still same position, if that makes any sense. Yeah.
Yep. Parallel move, if you will.
Yeah, I don't know why you keep freezing. My ping is only 6.
I see what's happening now. I'm looking at it. It's my ping's normally 45, which is normal because I'm in not the fucking West Coast. but then it'll randomly jump up to like 1,000. Just like right now, it's like 1175.
Yeah, that's not good. Dude,
I'm just like
have you
I'm
guys
assuming the
talked
only
about
thing I
getting
could
new
do is
internet yet?
we don't have any other. It's not really. Unfortunately, I don't pay for the internet, so it's not really up to me.
Yeah. Well,
Like
I'm about to message them
or
and be like,
yeah,
"Yo, you guys need to get a new internet connection because I'm over this."
yeah.
Yeah,
I need to get. It's a problem. It's a problem.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the like literally the only thing I can do at this point to fix it is restart my router. So yep,
Hmm.
that's where we're at.
Yeah. Well, where we are also at today on Tuesday, January 7th is Militarized Gaming, our favorite games of 2024, and much, much more. Because this is Good Kraken's Death Ratio, and we're slashing through the podcast space to be your source for all the nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear live each and every Tuesday at 7 p.m. West Coast, Best Coast time. If you want to get ahead of the curve, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services, wherever you like to watch or listen. But if you spend all your credits at another shop, that is totally fine. You can watch us record the show live right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime, and we would love for you to give that to us to help us level up our game. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Death Ratio and leaving a review there. Just like Esco did earlier. Esco subbed. She's tagging the socials. She's tagging Prime. The first shitto and cumlet of the year. She's on it. Boom. Thank you, Esco. Garrick, my
Yes.
dude. We have some critical hits. Guys, don't forget, we have all our other episodes from all of our previous shows and other shows on YouTube and audio listening platforms for all you listeners out there, listens, whatever you want to be categorized. Um, Garrick has coined you all as listens. So go listen and watch because there's a lot of content, too much content, one would say. But we could be the longest running show for you that you could be watching right now. You can binge us like you're binging Naruto. That's how much content there is. Like honestly. Like
Yeah, we're pretty close. Oh my god, I just ran an internet speed test and it's atrocious.
yeah. Yeah. Uh guys, go check out goodkraken.com. You can see all our latest episodes and podcasts on there, as well as any TikToks or reels, anything like that that gets posted, because TikTok won't be around much longer. I think we got like 1 week left with it. um but more importantly, we also have our merchandise up there. That's right. You can get your very own Good Kraken merchandise, and it surprisingly, none of us are wearing any of it. There is a GKDR hat if you want to get yourself some Death Ratio merch. You can also get yourself a Splash Damage hoodie. You can get yourself a 20,000 Films t-shirt. You can get yourself a Carl the Kraken mug. It's awesome. It's awesome. I know all of us have picked up one or multiple of those items. And last but not least, our most recent episode of the Shipwreck Show is available. That's right, episode 150 of the Shipwreck Show is available wherever you like to watch or listen. And it was a good first episode of the year. Honestly, it was a good time. It definitely started out like a Shipwreck
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
It was, you know,
Yes.
it was it wasn't rare form. It was just there. What's up, Swamp? Welcome in, Swamp. Cheers. I'm gonna give you a Dr. Pepper. Cheers. Thank you. Mm.
Dog to Bibba.
Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. Um, Garrick, could you tell the
Hmm.
people what we got next?
Maybe. Coming up next, we have, if I can scroll up to the right portion of the news. Oh yeah. Next we have our upcoming line of sight where we talk about some things coming out.
Yep, that's right. We have
you
our
get you in the sights and you line them up in the sights and the sights are lined up.
oh geez. His internet does not like him today, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. Yeah, we're gonna talk about upcoming releases and let's see, is this for oh no, this is for 2024. We need a new um let me see if I change. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna have to Google this really quick because our link is for 2024. Oh god, he is frozen. He is frozen. Am I podcasting by myself now? I think I'm podcasting by myself. So let me get into this here real quick. But we're going to talk about our upcoming game release schedule for this next upcoming week here. Da, da, da. Yeah, he's frozen. Like he is frozen. We'll see how this goes. Da, da, da. 2025. There it is. Okay. So, since we haven't really talked about done this yet, and this is going to be the first episode of the year, we're going to be covering all the games from the 1st of January up until the 13th of January. So, let's see. On January 1st, there was a game called The Legend of Cyber Cowboy. It was released on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. It looks like it is a no current available. It doesn't really say what it is. Oh, it's a 2D action fixed screen shooter. So I'm gonna guess it's like a top down, like kind of twin stick shooter. Um, so Garrick is resetting his router right now. Everybody, he will be back. So now you just get some Devon time. Welcome to the Devon Show, where Devon is Devon. Should I just duplicate my cam? Let's see which one am I. Yeah, I'm gonna duplicate it. Let's see. Can I? Let's see. Da, 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 da. Can I add a new one? Nah, where I'm not even gonna. Devon available 24/7. um, but yeah, so that is the first game to release on the 1st of the year. Don't know anything about it. On January 3rd, we got a game called Learn to Play Volume 10 Gravity Spacewalk. Yep, sounds really exciting, right? Sounds like my type of game. Not really. It was released on PS4 and PS5. Um, huh. Don't know what that is. Um, Today though, on January 7th, we had a couple of releases. We had Sea Fantasy um on PC. It's a role-playing game. That's about as much as I know. Sea Fantasy. Check it out if you're into that kind of thing. You know. Me too, Esco. I didn't go to sleep till like fucking I don't know, 1, 2 in the morning. And then yeah, I had to work all day. And I'm here.
Tell that to the 27 dead patriots and their families.
Yeah, tell that to the 27 patriots and their dead ones and their families.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm back. Fuck you, Comcast.
Yeah, Comcast can eat it. We also had a game come out today called Rivnar's Grove, and that came out on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, and Switch. What kind of game? Action puzzle game. So you can puzzle while you do some action. And it looks like there's only one more game coming out.
What the fuck?
And it is called
Oh my
Sleight
fucking
of
God,
Hand.
dude.
And that came out on Xbox Series XS, PC. Is coming out on Xbox Series X and S and PC on January 9th.
God,
but yeah,
fucking damn. I didn't hear. I'm sure those are all great games. Whatever games you just said ever since I connected.
I can assure you that none of them were interesting in the slightest. Personally.
Fucking ping literally just shot up to like 5,000. And it seems to be fine now, but I don't know what the fuck, man.
Not 9,000? I know, dumb joke. Guys, we're gonna move on because we're gonna ping our
Well, my
way over
internet's
to
still
the
stable.
next. Yeah, we're gonna ping our way over to the Meta Minute. Meta Minute. Garrick, could you tell the people our first show? I mean, news story.
Our first
on the
show. Yeah. So
this feels
yesterday,
like our first show.
yesterday we had an episode. We recorded an episode of a podcast called "The Shipwreck Show." It's part of the Good Kraken Independent Podcast Network suite of shows. So that was our first show. That's our first show of the week. But our first segment and a news story that we're talking about is some weirdo stuff's going on in the U.S. government right now, guys. When is it not, right? But but now it's affecting the gaming industry for some reason in a weird way, and we're gonna talk about it as soon as I can get this Google tab to fucking cooperate. I'm over it tonight, Devin. Listen, bitch! I just need you to be wider. I need you to be wider so I can read the story. Tencent designated a Chinese military company by U.S. This is coming from Matt Kim at IGN, read by yours truly. The U.S. Department of Defense has classified Tencent, a major investor and several big video game companies, as a Chinese military company. The report from Bloomberg states that Tencent, alongside battery maker CATL, is it doing it again? I don't even know. I'm just gonna keep reading. Have been added to the list that classifies them as Chinese military companies. The designation itself does not carry any legal consequences such as sanctions, but inclusion on the list. Ah! Where the fuck was I in the article? Because my internet's being stupid. Devin, it's fine. I just don't worry. I'm just crashing out real time on the episode right now, dude.
I'll read it. You can interact.
Bruh.
Okay.
Bruh.
All right.
Bruh.
Holy shit. Guys, the report from Bloomberg states that Tencent alongside battery maker KATL have been added to a list that classifies them as Chinese military companies. The designation itself does not carry any legal consequences such as sanctions, but inclusion on the list is not ideal for companies looking to conduct business in the United States. As a result, while there is no immediate impact to what this designation means for Tencent, this is still a company that owns Riot Games and has heavy investments in a variety of other game companies, including Epic Games, Larian Studios, and From Software. There are also reports that say Tencent is in negotiations with investing more into companies like Ubisoft. Tencent has told Bloomberg that this designation is, quote, clearly a mistake, and both Tencent and KATL will be pushing to remove their names from the Department of Defense's list. Previously, Chinese phone manufacturer Xiaomi was added to the same list in 2021 and then removed from it a few months later. In a statement to The Verge, Tencent's Danny Marty says that the designation, quote, has no impact on our business, end quote. But will still be working to remove themselves from the classification. In a one-pager published by the Department of Defense, the U.S. government cites military civil fusion, or MCF, a strategy as it says the Chinese government uses to combine civilian research and commercial success to further advance its military. Hence why the U.S. government has a list of Chinese companies it suspects as working with the Chinese military, something companies like Tencent and Xiaomi deny. It's kind of wild.
Dude, I don't even know. I don't know how this got through in like these companies. I don't know what like the vetting process is to get said company on these lists. But this just feels really strange on like the heels of like the TikTok, like the up to like the the impending TikTok ban.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised over the next few years because of our giant orange dickhead who got office. I don't give a shit what you think about me for saying that, or this
that guy.
podcast. I have a feeling a lot of things are gonna go very south when it comes to tech and manufacturing and stuff like that, and that this industry, this tech gaming industry, is gonna end up costing makers, developers, publishers, tech companies like Sony, Microsoft. I think things are gonna get really, really expensive in the next coming years, and I think we're gonna lose a lot of companies because of the way that the little orange man is gonna treat those industries. I mean, did you hear that he's going to rename the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America? He put out a statement saying that. Like, what the fuck, dude?
A fucking asshole. He's a fucking asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck that fucking guy.
But yeah, I digress. This is weird. Especially with TikTok getting banned in the US. I feel like some weird thing is going to be made where the US government is going to start putting this company on trial, and is going to try and make it so the US has to essentially own Tencent, you know. But you know what I mean? Like, I could see that happening over the course of the year.
Ah, fuck, Devin froze.
I'm perfectly fine over here.
I fucking hate this. No, you're just freezing for me because of my ping.
But yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me over there?
I'm missing like whole segments of what you're saying. I'm really frustrated.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think the US is going to try and do something similar to TikTok, where they're going to start trying to make these Chinese companies, if they want their products and stuff like that, they either have to liquidate assets to American companies, or somehow find a way to make it an American company or another country company that's not China. I feel like we're going to see a lot of that over the coming years, and it's going to be really weird.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be really strange. I hope it does. I hope it doesn't have overreaching repercussions, and that it was just a glorified clerical error. Honestly, that's just like my best wish is for this entire situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next story here. Nintendo Switch cartridges are being replaced with googly eyes. This comes from Claire Lewis over at GameSpot. Nintendo Switch users are reporting that some recently purchased Switch games have arrived with the game cartridge missing from inside the box. Even odder, the cartridges appear to have been swapped out for ... googly eyes. Over the holidays, posts about the bizarre phenomenon began popping up on social media. Multiple players have shared photos of freshly unwrapped Switch game cases holding a lone googly eye in the spot where the game itself should be.
How
Quote,
does that even happen?
"The Grinch got us this year," reads one Reddit post featuring a photo of a Super Mario Party Jamboree case with a lone googly eye in the space meant for the game cartridge. It's not clear how widespread the issue is, nor is it clear who the culprit is. Some players suspect that warehouse workers somewhere along the supply chain are snatching the cartridges, likely with the intent to resell them and replacing them with a googly eye so the weight of the missing cartridge goes unnoticed, or for the purpose of making sure the box sounds like it still has the game inside when shaken. Though the exact source of the missing game cartridges remains unknown, multiple comments and posts mention purchasing a Switch game from Walmart and finding nothing but a googly eye inside, suggesting that one of the retail giant's warehouses may be the source of the problem. One Reddit user says they've fallen victim to the googly eye switcheroo multiple times. Quote, "Bought Tears of the Kingdom at a Walmart in Arizona, and this has happened to me," they wrote. "Walmart refused to refund replace, blaming Nintendo. Had to twist their arms a bit, but Nintendo eventually gave me a digital copy of the game. Recently, I went to Walmart to buy Pokemon Violet. I asked if the clerk would watch me open it because I told them about what happened with Tears of the Kingdom. Bro was beside himself when I cracked it open to reveal yet another googly eye. They swapped out the game for another, which we also checked." Crazy. Neither Walmart nor Nintendo have commented on the issue. For now, an issue at Walmart warehouses or distribution centers seems to be the likeliest culprit, but it's also possible that Santa simply ran out of coal this year. Bro,
Dude, that's fucked up. I would be
what would you
pissed. I would be so fucking mad, man. I'm really glad I don't purchase a ton of Switch games these days,
do?
but I think if I am now, I'm gonna fucking open that shit with I'm gonna record that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Make sure I don't get a googly eye, because I do have a couple of Switch games I want to buy in the 2025 year, and I ain't getting googly eye. God damn it, I would, dude. I'd be so fucking angry, especially if it happened to me more than once.
Mm-hmm. I think this definitely has something to do with Walmart specifically. This sounds like a Walmart issue, not
Seems
not a
that way.
Nintendo issue. But yeah, I think Walmart is the culprit of this.
I was expecting
100%.
Amazon, to be honest, but Walmart also makes sense.
Dude. So I had a thing where I was looking up I was looking up Magic the Gathering cards today, like where I could buy them and stuff, like
Of course you
find the
were.
best. I was looking for the best deal on a booster box, like a whole ass box of boosters, because I'm thinking about just buying a whole ass box of boosters. I'm there. I'm at that level now, Garrick. Like I'm just like I'm chasing cards.
I bought a booster box before.
Yeah, it's
They're
like
a lot,
I don't.
but
Yeah, I don't want to spend $70-$80 on a singular card. I'd rather spend $120 or $130 and just get.
But say it's 120 for a booster box.
I think it's 130 now, and some of them are even like $200-$300.
Fucking inflation.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you try to get an older or like a really specific set, you
Mhm.
definitely the prices can go up for sure.
The Lord of the Rings booster box, because there's some floating out there still, like $300. Like 300 and like $40 some places, because like you've seen some of those commander decks. They go some of those commander decks are
Hella
going
pricey.
like, yeah. I did find a Gladriel deck today. I was gonna buy one from Sam, but I found one like in the collector box, and I'm gonna buy it because it comes with a booster pack and a special sealed card and like some other cards, with it. And I'm like, maybe I don't open that though, maybe I just leave it
Open it.
Yeah, just leave it completely intact. Like buy the one from Sam so I can have a playing one, right? But just have this one box I hold on to forever and just let it accrue value and then sell it.
I mean, I guess that I'm not that kind of collector. Never have been.
I never have been either, but like Yeah. At this rate, we're going to start an MTG podcast. I mean,
No.
I'm probably just
Maybe
going to
some
go.
YouTube, maybe some YouTube content.
Yeah. I'll probably just go guest on a friend of the show, Nick's podcast, because that's what they do. They play Commander.
There you go.
Yeah. Shout out Super Friends. Go look them up. But yeah, I have, where I was going with this is my cousin and I were talking about no, Devin, no. Don't know what that means. But I was talking about that because my cousin's like, "Oh, I found a booster box for $80 on Walmart's website." And I was like, "What? No way." You know, that's no. There's no way. Um and so then I went and looked, and it said it wouldn't get here till the end of the month, like it was going to take like 2 to 3 weeks of shipping, and it was coming from China.
Oh yeah. Those cards wouldn't have been in English.
No, they wouldn't have been in English, and I think they all would have been proxies, like fakes.
More than likely.
Yeah, because proxies are starting to become a problem in the used market right now. So yeah, I think Walmart has a lot of issues with their quality control right now, but you know, they're shutting down stores because people are stealing from them too much.
Dude, because people don't give a fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, there is one physical Switch game I want to get, so now I'm just going to be extra careful when it comes to this. It's it's definitely Thousand Year Door, because I still haven't bought that remake yet, and I want a physical copy of it. So I'm probably just gonna, instead of ordering it off Amazon, I'm probably gonna go to, dare I say, a GameStop, you know, to buy it, and then open it up right in front of them there. But yeah, what games were you getting for Switch here soon again?
The Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition and Pokemon Legends Z to A.
I need to see more from the Pokemon game before I even consider buying it. They did me so dirty with that last release, Scarlet and Violet, that I just like.
I loved Legends, so as long as they just have that same formula, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, it's not about the formula. It's about the
performance has been really bad in the last few games. The last one was really bad.
Very bad. Like, I didn't finish it bad. That's how bad it was. Like, did not finish it. Did not care.
I forced myself to, but I didn't enjoy it.
I couldn't, man. Couldn't do it. But yeah, with that being said, I think it's time we go into our final segment. The end.
Yeah, let's talk about some games we did enjoy.
Yeah. We're going to talk about our top 5 favorite games of 2024. That's right. It is a new year. It is 2025. It is the end of the first 7 days of the year. So we're technically 1 week in here.
Quite literally. Yep.
And yeah, we're going to talk about our favorite games that we played this year. I don't think that's beholden to what released this year, but just our favorite games that we played in 2024.
Had to release this year. Okay. Or you know, in 2024, sorry, I guess. Had to release in 2024.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Garrick, why don't you start us off? What is your 5th top game of 2024?
My number 5 is going to be Still Wakes the Deep. This was, I don't know if you remember that release. I'm pretty sure it got released day 1 on Game Pass.
It did.
I don't recall spending money on it. I'm pretty sure I played it through Game Pass. Look, I am going to be the first person to say that there was a lot of really good games this year, or allegedly good games this year, that I just didn't participate in, man. I feel like I skipped a lot. In terms of like what released this year and what I played that was new. I felt like I played more stuff from my backlog and more older games than I did 2024 releases. So this was actually kind of hard for me. And so yeah, so starting off with Still Wakes the Deep, and it was a good game. I really quite enjoyed it. It was a very cinematic title. This is a linear horror story like game where you are, you can't fight the monsters. Basically, you're just walking or running away type deal. And it takes place like in the middle of the ocean on like a 1970s. I want to say Irish. Yeah, because there's subtitles because some of it's in Gaelic.
Mm-hmm.
I want so I want to say it was Irish. I may be wrong. But I feel fairly confident about that. Oil Rig, and dude, it was just a very intense title. Like it was like very good psychological horror, like super atmospheric. By the end of the game, I was just like, I could absolutely see this getting adapted into like a TV series or like a mini series or a film and being rather successful because the story in the game itself was really cinematic. I did enjoy that much about it a lot.
I meant to play that game, but I didn't.
It's good, especially with it being like a free day one game pass release, man. I was just like, oh yeah, and it's not very long. I think the game's like between 4 to 6 hours, like tops.
Okay. Hell yeah. Well, I'm gonna give my number 5.
What's your number 5? Yeah.
I think this is gonna surprise people. My number 5 game of the year, Pal World.
Little Kitty, Big City. Oh, yeah.
Pal World. You want to know why? Because that game was a big fuck you to the Pokemon company.
It was, still kind of is, and you played a lot when it first came out. You really dug into that game.
I beat the game. I beat the base game.
Yeah. Did you come back for any of the updates or anything? They've done several throughout the year.
Nope, because I played that game with friends, and I only want to play that game with friends.
I was thinking about trying it again because they put dedicated servers on console and then subsequently released it on PlayStation 5. I would have to do some research, but I do remember it running like shit on the Series S. Like, had a lot of problems. So I didn't bother with it, but I liked the overall concept of the game. I was just like, with it initially, but I know they've changed and added a ton to the game. So I don't know. I might be interested in looking into getting back into that down the road eventually.
Down the road eventually.
Around, so I think by the end of the year.
I think down the road eventually would be fun, but I think you should do it on PC. Because I still think it's going to better.
I am hopefully going to be getting an upgrade to that very soon.
By the way, they announced all the new GPUs for NVIDIA.
Yeah, I did see the 5th series get announced, the 50 series.
I'm going to get myself a 5070 because that shit is supposed to perform very close to a 5090. I mean a 4090 spec.
A 4090.
So, yeah. And that card is only $550. So I'm gonna get that card, and
Jesus Christ, Evan.
Well, it's a console. It's a console, man. It's a console. Think about it that way.
That's fair. I mean, as long as you see it as an investment piece, so I get it. I don't have I don't have a tower. I don't have a tower right now, so like it's hard for me to see it's hard for me to see the PC mustard rate.
Think about it like this.
I know Ernell immediately flipped when he immediately became a PC guy when he started playing. I don't have one, so I can't be one. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you're gonna be, because my plan is to put my 3070 in that tower.
Plug it in and ship it to me, baby. I have so many games on my Steam library that just literally have bought and have been waiting to play.
Yeah, no.
Like
I feel
actively
like you're gonna
waiting
be
to play them.
once you have a 3070 computer and you're like, holy shit, this is better than a PS5. What? You know what I mean? Because
Oh
like,
yeah, dude. Especially because now I can just fucking play with a controller on PC and probably
mhm,
will.
yeah,
Like
it
fuck it,
is still difficult to use a PlayStation controller on PC, but yeah, no power. I
dude.
just had
Honestly,
a
I don't have any issues with the Xbox controller.
uh,
It's fine. I like the
yeah,
Xbox controller. I don't need
yeah,
haptic.
but yeah,
It's
look,
just a bonus.
Power World was just fun. I just had a good time with it. I like survival games. I like crafting games.
It
I like
was.
monster catcher games, and it was just a good
Okay,
blend.
I do
It was
have
jank
a
though.
question for
It
you
was
about it.
jank. Yeah.
It was pretty jank on release. I have a question. Did you have or do you have a favorite pal?
Dude,
Like, did you
I
remember
honestly,
it? Did it make enough? Did any of them make enough of an impression that you had a favorite pal? Or nah? I mean, if not,
dude,
you
no,
did. It's like
because
no.
I'm gonna look at it right now, in my Steam library because I played it on Xbox a bit, and then I
I
bought
do
it
feel
on
like you
Steam
put
and played it on. I didn't
like a
put
lot
as
of
much
hours
time
into
as you
that game.
think. I only did 72 hours.
I think the game was short at.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a good chunk,
but yeah,
but that's. I feel like that's on brand for. That's like norm for our crafting survival. So
yeah. But maybe I'll install it and jump in again.
good game though.
Yeah, maybe I'll install it and
Good
jump
game
in
though.
again.
Yeah, especially
Yeah,
with all the new content and the new content, new pals, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, Garrick, what is your number 4 game?
Actually, gotta consult the list. Oh yeah, I was like really struggling with this, man. I was just like, fuck. I feel like I only played 3 new games this year because like I didn't play Veilguard, I didn't play Final Fantasy, I didn't play Dragon's Dogma, I didn't play fucking insert big game title from 2024 here. Probably didn't. I probably didn't play it, but I did play and quite fucking love. Fuck the haters. Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred, man. Like,
Nice.
that DLC and campaign and expansion is sick. The Spiritborn is a great class addition. I had a lot of fun with it. And uh I know I'm kind of like Ernell in the minority where like I really like the campaigns for like Diablo, whereas he likes them for COD, right? Like that's not what people play Diablo. I get that. Like I understand that's not like the primary draw, but I've also been a fan of the franchise long enough that I really appreciate the lore and the overarching story that they've spent a lot of years crafting that's been
Mm-hmm.
quite fucking good if I do say so myself over the years. And I honestly think everything that Diablo 4 has served up to us story wise has been the best the franchise has ever delivered. It is because Diablo 4's story is straight up. It's story wise, it's better than any other. It's better than any other fucking Diablo game. And the campaign in Vessel of Hatred just solidified that for me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Especially leading up to how they use Mephisto and the wolf and the final boss encounter and everything it lead holy fuck the Stingers trailer at the end of the campaign it leads to I don't even know, man. Like if you're a Diablo fan and you haven't played the Vessel of Hatred campaign, you are straight up missing the fuck out because the ending cutscene for that campaign. I remember Geo and I rolled credits on it together. My buddy Geo, Morbid Curiosity, friend of the program, and he, dude, him and I ran credits on it together, and we were both just like, what the fuck does that mean for the future of this franchise and the next expansion for Diablo? I have so many fucking questions. And it ultimately confirms to me that we will be getting a sword and board class next time. There's no way. It's like it's lined up too perfect for Crusader like bullshit.
Okay.
It was
So
an amazing campaign. I
I
fucking
need
loved Vessel of Hatred, man. You gotta play Vessel of Hatred. If you
I'm
like the
going to.
Diablo 4 campaign, Vessel of Hatred's campaign was fucking sick.
Would you play again with me?
Absolutely. I bet you Gio would too. We both only
Okay.
played through that campaign once each.
Because my birthday's coming up, and it might be something I ask for. So
Yeah, dude. I would absolutely play through Vessel of Hatred. That campaign was I actually might like it better than the base campaign, which was
really,
amazing.
the base campaign
Yeah,
was fucking
dude.
great. I mean,
Yeah, it
here's
was
the thing.
so good.
Here's the thing. I played Diablo 4 a fucking lot. Multiple. You know this. I did like 4
Yeah,
characters.
you were in it with us. You were in it with us at launch quite a bit.
And I even revisited it after a few months too, and did a whole new character, and with you actually.
Season 4 was fire. Yeah, season 4. Season 4.
I remember I leveled a character up all the way in season 4 with you. I did the whole thing.
Yep.
So
it was good shit.
Yeah, I played as a sorceress that time.
Yeah, dude, Vessel of Hatred is dope. Spiritborn is fucking sick. You'd really like him, Devin. Like, they're just
I was just being a little bit.
I know you were just so disappointed that you didn't get your sword and board, but
yeah,
when you play Spiritborn, you're gonna be like, oh shit, like.
yeah. I just really, dude. I'm a chud when it comes to fantasy games. I love sword and board. I love being a paladin. I fucking love being paladin. I love just being a big old beefy tank that hits hard. You know, like Baldur's Gate 3. That's like my Diablo fix, kind of. You know.
Oh yeah, that's been your substitute. Yeah, definitely a good sub.
Yeah, it's a great game. They're making it crossplay. When that game goes crossplay, Garrick, I expect you to play that game with me.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I'm gonna give my number 4, and this would be higher if the practices of the company, were better. But I'm gonna go with Destiny 2: The Final Shape.
Oh, see, yeah, I could, yeah, that's fair, man. I get it. Even though Bungo fucking bungied it up, you guys loved the campaign. You guys loved
fantastic.
the campaign. I know you guys were geeking the fuck out for like 2 straight weeks. You guys loved that campaign.
I think that campaign is the epitome of Destiny. It is the best Destiny story. It is exactly what we've all like. The way that it played, when it came out, the way that everything worked on it, the way that the story was everything I've ever wanted from Destiny. Everything. They did it. And then they fucked it all up with the season after, and
immediately after. Immediately after they fucked it up.
Dude, it got so bad, I uninstalled it, never revisited.
Fucking micro DLC.
Yeah, I remember I beat the campaign on 2 of my characters.
Micro expansions.
Fuck yeah, I and like still charge up the ass for everything too. And I beat the game on 2 of my characters. And I max leveled them, and I was at the point where I was like chasing the exotics. Remember, I was getting like a lot of them too.
Yeah.
And
you were in it. You and Ernell both, man, were in it.
Dude, the story had multiple times where it like pretty much brought me to tears. Like I was getting teary from the story. Like unexpectedly. Was not expecting it to. It was like a cathartic experience for me. You know? I
heard there was a lot of closure in it.
There was a lot of closure, and a lot of like it was I guess it was like more so an emotional experience for me because I had a best friend that I played the first one with all the time, and Destiny 2 likes to remind you of your parties that you played with in the previous game a lot.
Yes, they
and
do.
Achievements you got.
I do remember that.
Yeah, and his gamer tag kept showing up a lot, so I was just like, damn. R.I.P. Andrew. R.I.P. Rest in power, my friend. But yeah, Destiny 4, the Final Shape. Destiny 2.
Oh fucking yeah, that's respectable. Destiny 2. And but so you said Destiny 4, but yeah, I knew what you meant. That's respectable. You guys really did, despite like business practices and what went down with them last year. You guys really hyped that campaign up, and I'm glad it at least got mentioned because you guys talked about it too much for it not to get mentioned at all.
I feel like it. I feel like that would at least be Ernell's number 5 too, if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah.
If not, it definitely would have got an honorable mention from him for sure.
But yeah, what's your number 3?
I'd say top 3, headed into the top 3. Dude, this one is one I actually completed very near to the end of the year, actually very recently. And it is Pacific Drive, man. I absolutely could not get enough of this game. Once I was really into the throes of it, the gameplay loop is so satisfying. The environment and like the atmosphere in that game is pretty much unmatched. It is fucking eerie. Like eerie is the best like adjective for that game. It is just eerie. Like it's not scary. It's like it's just a little unnerving, and you kind of like, you know, like it makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up like when you're out in the zone doing drives and you're like collecting loot and spooky shit's happening and like intense sci-fi stuff and radioactive bullshit's happen. And honestly, just the fact that it's set in the Pacific Northwest and the fact that you're driving around and you're like, yep, that's the fucking Pacific Northwest, and like it makes me feel like home, and like I like that, and I love seeing the Pacific Northwest get love in like a sci-fi setting or any sort of like that. That's another reason I really love that zombie game Days Gone. Same reason. That was definitely the Pacific Northwest setting is a factor for me.
Oh, 100%.
Right, that's that's home. Like even though like I might be in Utah now, but that's home. And so like I always look I love that aesthetic in games, and they capitalized on it and like used a really unique art style, and for the same reasons that I loved Jusant last year or Jesus last year 2023. I'm not ready for 2025 yet mentally, Devin. We I really had an amazing time with this. I like games that are willing to take a chance and just narrow their focus on unique mechanics and make it like a very unique, one-sided experience. This could have easily had a bunch of other things in it related to the car that made it more of an action RPG, and it probably would have been more successful to a broader audience. But I'm glad that they didn't do that. I'm glad that they like saw that the vision they had for this game. The car is the main character. Like the driver is exactly that. You're nameless. You're just the driver. Like the car in the anomaly that the car is really is like the main character, and like it's you, this nameless driver, this car, and these three disembodied voices trying to get you home basically, or like save your life from being, you know, consumed alive by like gamma radiation emitted by this car that you're driving around. That's like sci-fi attached to you, so you can't get rid of it. And it was, dude, everything about it was just so fucking intriguing, and I loved its dark, gloomy setting. And each time I went out on a drive into the Olympic exclusion zone, it was thrilling and interesting, and I never had the same thing happen to me twice. It was such a good game. So glad it made my top 3.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's a game I need to revisit. Because you actually gifted that game.
Yeah, you do, man. You do. Like once you get into it, Devin, I think you'd really like customizing the car and upgrading it and like upgrading your garage. Dude, it's so much fun. Even though I've rolled credits on it, I've been playing it. I've been actively going back and I'm still playing it, like mapping out other routes and just upgrading my vehicle and like unlocking collectibles, because the roguelite gameplay loop of it is really satisfying.
Yeah. I put in like, I think like 5 hours into it. That's how much I played. And man,
Yeah, it's like I would say it's not quite as long as most roguelites or crafting survivals, and it kind of fits in between those. It's about a 20, I think I put 24 hours exactly into it when I rolled credits. Like
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. There's a few other games I want to finish first, but that's definitely on my list of, because like you, this previous year, 2024, 2025 is going to be the year of backlog. and some new games too for me.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I don't have a lot I'm looking forward to at the beginning of the year, but once we start getting into spring, man, whew.
I can tell you there's 3 weeks from now, there's a game that you will not hear from me after it comes out.
Oh yeah, yep.
Final Fantasy
Yep.
VII Rebirth. Yep.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Once that hits PC,
Yeah.
Devin's gonna be gone. 3 weeks after that, y'all won't see me anymore either.
I mean, I'm gonna be playing that with you too.
Yep.
I have the way I look at it, I have 3 weeks to beat Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah, because once Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, like all hands on deck. We're going to the like the Gathering Hub gets together. But Devin, what's your number 3 game for 2024?
Dude, my number 3 game for 2024 is gonna be Stalker 2. Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl.
I didn't fucking play that fucking game either, man.
Dude, that game it was a little buggy.
I want to though. I just don't want to play it on the Series S. I am patiently hoping that I will be waiting for the PlayStation 5 release or PC,
if they do,
depending on how things go.
Yeah,
I think they did talk about releasing it on PlayStation 5 already at a later date.
Yeah, probably like near the end of the year.
I think it's like a 6 to 9 month exclusive.
Yeah, it is. It is fucking fantastic on PC. There is a huge difference between console and PC. And like, you know how I play a lot of shooters with a controller. Like I still play COD with controller. I play Destiny. I play that game mouse and keyboard. I play Stalker mouse and keyboard. And
it's really simulator heavy, right? Like it's very like crap. Like very survival heavy.
Yeah, it is not an easy game. There are quite a few of my friends who've tried playing it and said it even on the easier difficulty, it's too hard for them. So.
Yeah, I've heard it's very challenging. I recommend it, like, just based off of like the setting and stuff. I've recommended it to a few people, and they tried it, and they're like, "Thanks for the recommendation, bro." But I'm not like I fucking walked. They're like, I basically like walked out into the zone for the first time, got killed by something that was fucking invisible, and I was just like, I don't think this shit's for me.
Yeah, I actually was getting pissed. One of the first like mutants that they
were dying of dehydration or some shit like that.
Yeah. Like one of the first mutants I came across. I think it's a scripted event because I think everybody runs into this. Is an invisible mutant. Actually, it's called a phantasm, and
yeah, dude, fuck that.
You have to watch the ground and see where it's like it has like telekinetic powers and it throws things at you with its telekinesis, and like you have to look for like the rupture.
Gameplay wise, this sounds fun.
Yeah,
but it's got like a little. Dude, it sounds like a game I would probably enjoy. Like mechanically, I would probably really quite like it. Isn't it supposed to get multiplayer down the road eventually too?
It is, which is why I was going to say you should wait till you have your PC to play this game, because I think this is
for
a PC
sure, for
game.
sure.
Because I played it on Series X, and like it runs good, but it is such a stark difference though between PC and console. Like it's one of those games, you know what I mean? Like,
so is this like one of those? Is this? I really don't know much about the Stalker as like a franchise. Is this like Is this like an open world like Skyrim style game where like there's like a main quest campaign you could be doing, but like other than that you could fucking do whatever you want whenever you want?
Yes, but I do encourage you to play the main campaign because it has you travel and it unlocks different events that unlock other factions, and like the world evolves as you do the campaign and missions, and it is a choice heavy game too. So like there are consequences to choices, and there are like good things that happen with choices too. Like there's people I've done quests for where they tell me to like put things in these specific stashes but don't take any of the items, and I said fuck it, and I because I opened up the second stash and there was like really good items in it, I was like these are all mine.
Yeah, these are mine.
So they came after me with a hit squad and I had to fight them and stuff like that. I had to kill the guy that gave me the quest, who was not a bad guy.
Oh either. He was just he was mad at you for stealing his shit. Gotcha. That's cool though.
Yeah,
and cool,
I got another one that's really funny.
Depth to it.
I got another thing that happened. So there's anomalies. There's different kinds of environmental anomalies that have
Oh yeah,
different like
I've
elemental
heard of
properties.
those, or I've seen some clips of those too.
There's these ones that are like they're like gravity bubbles where they like suck you in and just rip you to shreds, right? But you can like
Oh, that
you can
sounds fantastic. Love that.
you can throw bolts, like you get bolts, you can throw them in the anomalies to trigger them, so it gives, and when you trigger them, it gives you a second where you can like run through where the anomaly is, right? So there
Oh
was
yeah.
a character where his brother died and was in the middle of all these anomalies, and the character was like, "Hey, can you get my brother's body back for me so I can, bury him and like put him at peace, you know?" And you're like, yeah, I can do that. As you get to the body, the guy's like, hey, don't don't take anything, don't try to take anything off of my brother, like leave all his items there, you know. And so you're like, okay, so you
Uh-huh.
get you get the body
You're like,
off
sure,
of the anomaly.
sure guy.
Yeah. So I don't do it. I bring him back, I drop him at the guy's feet, I do the whole quest reward and everything, and then the guy's like, hey, when I see you next time, I'll have a present for you after you complete the quest. The character says that to you, and you're like, oh hell yeah. And then I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, the quest is done, I'm gonna look in the body now. I look in the body, and then the character's like, you motherfucker, like pulled out a gun and started shooting at me right away, dude.
You're like, oh shit, oh
Yeah.
shit.
So I killed him. And then
So I
took
killed him.
all
So
the
anyway, I
big
started
things.
blasting.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, Stalker 2 is a great game. Good friend of the show, Pubmaster Drax, Sam, who you guys will actually be meeting here in the coming weeks.
Yeah, you will.
Um,
You'll be getting
but
to know.
he's on his third playthrough right now. He's on his third playthrough of the game.
Damn.
I
Just
think it
choosing
is.
different factions and aligning with
Yep.
different factions.
Yep. Because
I hear there's a lot of them. There's like 8.
Yeah, and I think there's 9 or 10 different endings to the game.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So a lot to play through. That's good.
Yeah.
Given like the tumultuous like development of this game, I'm glad it's got good replay value.
Yeah.
For the people that were waiting a long time for it.
I haven't beaten it personally, but I do have 62 hours in the game. So, yeah, great game.
Hell yeah.
Great game. That's my number 3.
Good shit, dude.
Yeah. You're number 2, good sir.
Oh yeah, the runner-up for my personal game of the year is brother, this shit was fucking incredible. It had a campaign that I was not expecting to be anywhere near as good as it was, and it exceeded expectations by far and away. Dude, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 is my number 2 game of the year. That shit fucking ruled, man. Oh my god. That was like easily my favorite like action game of the year. Like it is, dude, talk about a power fantasy to just be able to suit up with the Battle Brothers and you're in a completely custom Space Marine and literally rip fucking Tyranids to shreds. Dude, between like the class customization you have in the post game, the incredible campaign, which even though it was only 6 missions long, still somehow managed to be like 12 hours campaign wise. And dude, like the final mission of the campaign, I will remember for a very long time. The final mission of that campaign was like to me was as good as like the Titanfall 2 time travel mission.
Yeah.
Like that's how good that shit was.
I feel disappointed in myself that I actually forgot to mention this game in my list.
Space Marine 2? Dude, I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised it hadn't come up yet. I bet you Ernell probably would have put it in his list somewhere. Yeah, go for it.
Pal World is going to become a honorable mention, and we're going to walk this back a little bit.
Gonna walk the
yeah, and Space Marine's going to be my number 4.
Your number 4? Fair enough, dude. Because like the campaign was so fantastic, man.
It really
I didn't
was.
put as much time into it, and I had some things that I think I wanted more out of the post game than what I got. And I know they're still adding things. They're adding new operations. I'm still if you haven't done the Hierophant like Titan mission, it's fucking sick. It's a really good boss fight. Like it's really awesome. That one got released a while ago, and then the most recent update that dropped the Dark Angels Bulwark pack, like champion pack, also introduced a she also introduced the obelisk operation, and like they're still adding in new armor customization. They're going to be adding in the Warhammer 4 beaky helmets in like the next update. They're going to be giving like a champion pack for the sniper class. Honestly, I just love that there's like good commitment to this game, and I can tell they're going to put a lot of love into it in 2025. I will continue to come back and play with each update and content pack. I literally like I have it like perma installed. It just lives on my PlayStation. Every update I've just been coming back and doing the new operations. It is like an amazing action game with incredible shooting mechanics, a really great, super solid parry system that feels really good once you figure it out, and just an immensely incredible Space Marine power fantasy. Like
Dude,
it
the
was
game is
everything
fun.
I needed that game to be. Yeah, just
game is
good fucking
super
fun.
So I beat the game, and I spent a few hours, a couple hours playing the multiplayer. I actually only have 11.7 hours in Space Marine 2, and like I played it quite a bit. But
Yeah,
I only have
yeah.
11.7 hours, and I
I've got
did
like
beat it.
I think I've got 60 65 hours in it, like
That's
all
a
in
lot more
all.
than me, that's for sure.
And like I put dude, I really enjoyed it. I've got like I'm almost halfway to cap on a couple of my different my different classes. I didn't there's PvP too, which I've heard is fantastic. They're also
It's
adding new
really good.
content to that. They're going to be adding new PvP modes. I haven't played that literally at all. I've not even loaded that shit up at all myself. But like it's just there's a lot of love to the game. They've got like it's a wildly successful action RPG that's like got like some live service light elements to it that I think are doing it a lot of service in terms of like the game's replayability and longevity. And I'm super stoked for Saber and for Focus Entertainment on the like for just having an immensely successful release. It is easily the most successful Warhammer game ever.
Yeah, it is a fantastic game. It is so good. It's fucking. I have it uninstalled right now, but I think I'm gonna reinstall it because I do actually want to revisit and play that game.
Dude, we should do all the side operations and stuff.
Well, guess
You
what,
haven't done them.
Garrick?
They're great. They're great.
Guess who doesn't work on Sundays anymore?
Yeah, Sundays are for the boys.
Yeah, Sundays are game days now, man. Sunday game
I'm
day.
trying to
And we
convince
ain't
my
talking
cousin
about
to
sports
get
ball.
Space Marine. Nope. I'm trying to get my cousin to get Space Marine too, so I have another reason to play through the campaign again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll give my number 2.
Yeah. Give us
And
the deuce. Give us the turd.
my number
Give us the
2,
poop.
the turd. My number 2 is actually a port that was released this year.
Oh shit! Yeah. I would absolutely count that. Ports are valid.
And
I
to be
almost
fair,
put a port on mine because I put 100 hours into it or more, but I was like, I've talked so much about this game, I'm not gonna talk about it anymore.
But this game also had a whole expansion that came out this year too, that was highly regarded. So I'm gonna say Final Fantasy 16 on PC this year.
Yeah, dude, you played the fuck out of that game.
Best experiences. I did a complete playthrough, and I 100%ed the game. Not all the achievements, but I 100%ed everything you could do in a playthrough. Everything in one playthrough. I did every single piece of content in that game. It is fantastic. It is one of the best Final Fantasy stories I've ever experienced, and the dialogue is amazing. It is a cinematic masterpiece. It is a game I will tell all of my friends to finish, and that includes you, Garrick.
I'll get there. I'll get there.
Because that
I don't know when,
game
but I'll get there.
is amazing, and I'm gonna say too, it's actually worth it to have all the DLC, because the DLC and expansions fit better in the game, like as you play before the ending, because they all coincide. Yeah,
work it in before the ending DLC.
Yeah, and I'm glad that I waited to experience this game this way. Just like I'm glad I'm doing the same thing for Rebirth, because they announced that they're making the game upscaled and like a more next gen version than the PS5 version for PC, like new textures and everything.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm pretty much getting the PS5 Pro Plus version of the game. You know,
more or less, you're getting the fanciest, the best version available theoretically.
Yeah. But this game is amazing. The visuals were fantastic. It like the battle system was really fun. It was very like Kingdom Hearts Devil May Cry like style gameplay.
Yeah, it definitely reminded me of Devil May Cry.
And the characters were so well fleshed out. There was real repercussions. It was such a mature setting. Like, a lot of Final Fantasies have mature settings to them, but this was like playing a Game
this
of Thrones.
Really leaned into it.
Yeah, this was like playing a Game of Thrones story. Like, dude, you see somebody get smashed. You see somebody get smashed by a boulder, and you see
you're like,
everything. You see everything, dude. It is unforgiving. There is dismemberment in this game, like in the story, not just like fighting like random enemies. Like you see people get
like people be dying in cutscenes, like dying.
And the icon battles, the summons, are just like giant kaiju cinematic battles.
They were amazing. So much fun.
It's amazing. It is such a good game. And if you're a fan of high fantasy, if you're a fan of like, you know, over the top like action gameplay, and you like Final Fantasy in general, you need to play that game. That game is a 10 out of 10 game for me.
Hell yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm. I think I have a feeling we have the same number.
That was your runner-up.
Yeah, I think we have.
You think so?
Yeah, I think we have the same number one actually.
On 3.
Yeah.
You go ahead. You count her down since you have the normal ping.
1, 2, 3.
Helldivers 2.
Unanimous.
Dude, how could you not? Every single time you boot the game, you're having fun. Every single time you boot the game, you're actively contributing to the game's canon. Every mission, canon. Every single thing you do on that planet, canon. Every single decision you make in that community, canon. It's amazing, dude. It is a living sci-fi Starship Troopers D&D campaign on crack.
Yep. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Dude, I love that game so much. It's so much fun.
It is so much fun. The soundtrack is fucking amazing for the setting. It is so fucking cinematic and also simultaneously so goofy and unfucking serious. And I have had like some of the most hardcore fucking like, this is some military fucking, you know, in the future there is only war 40k moments, and also like actively laughed so hard like my abdomen started to hurt because some dumb fucking shit has happened.
I will never forget when we ran up to that cliff and we're like it looks clear, and then there was like the wave of automaton like laser shots coming out of all those red bolts.
Yeah, man.
That was
just like we're doing the extract and it was just lasers and you're just like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, just so many cinematic moments that just feel like all of your favorite sci-fi movies, like, and not even just Starship Troopers. Like some of those moments straight up fucking feel like Star Wars or like, you know, or fucking
Terminator.
any of those. Like it feels, yeah, Terminator. Like it feels super big and just the scale feels epic. Like the power fantasy is unmatched, dude. Like between weapon variety, the ability to literally call down fucking machine gun turrets that you can like fucking daka on, right? Just like actual mechs, literally being able to call in like one man mechs, right? The stratagem variety, like the voice lines that just tie it all together. The 3 different enemy factions that you get to fight, now including the Illuminate, right? Oh, dude, it's just the package. Like, I've never been so immediately invested in a new game. I played a little bit of the original Helldivers, and I liked it. I liked a lot about it. But the decision to make this game a third-person shooter with was just that it was honestly it was whoever's fucking decision that was. I hope you got a raise. Like whoever pitched that shit in the meeting was like, what if we make it third person? Like you changed the fucking game. Like I put Monster Hunter levels of fucking time into Helldivers 2 in
Same.
2024.
Same.
I played 350 hours of Helldivers 2 in 2024.
Where am I at on it? I'm not that high. For a while I was the most played person with that game out of our group.
Yeah,
I'm only
dude. Once
two
the Illuminate dropped, I was in. I was in so hard.
I only did 220. I only did 220, but I
Dude, that's still so much though.
yeah. I did 220. No, that game is fantastic, man. It's just really fun to play with friends. I love seeing all the goofy videos and memes and stuff that has come out of this, which is why I made that chat on Instagram for us, because I do be sending memes to there.
Dude, that shit's so funny. Like, I just like the fact that everybody in the community is always in character.
And I saw a video today when I was scrolling. I didn't send it to you, but everybody was using only laser stratagems and
Yes,
loadouts.
I saw that. I saw that TikTok
And
clip of that. I was just like all lasers. I was like, that looks nuts.
I was watching that and I was like, I kind of want to do that with my friends. I kind of want to do that with my friends now.
Right, like when you,
Yeah.
me, and Ernell brought placements, right? And just literally
Yeah.
like you shot down ships, and like Ernell and I just machine gunned down the stragglers, like we're breaking,
Yeah.
like just breaking Geneva Convention laws, dude. It
Yeah.
just
That was actually the most fun. Imagine if we had one more person with us. Like if we had one more person with us to like get them to take care of one side, so I wasn't having to turn
oh yeah,
around
dude.
each
Two
time.
two anti-tanks and 2 heavy machine guns with just
Dude.
some extra. I want to try it. We gotta try it.
That anti-tank emplacement stratagem is probably my new favorite one, and I know you've seen me bring that on a few missions now.
Yeah, it's so fun, dude.
Dude,
Anything that you can get on and shoot is amazing.
when we did that mission, we had to take out the walker, and you guys were getting fucked up by it, and I was like far away on purpose, and I went up on top of a dune, and I put the anti-tank emplacement on top of the dune, and I couldn't see
Yeah,
because
dude, you're
of the
just like
sandstorm. Yeah, I was just like,
yeah,
I can't see anything, guys.
Just all you were going off of was just the ping, was basic coordinates.
Yeah, I was like, ping it, and I'm gonna rain fire, and that's exactly what I did. I just kept, I didn't know where I was hitting it. I just kept shooting it, and it was just fun.
Every time I boot the game, it's a great time. Every single time.
Every single time. It's a fantastic game. I fucking love it. There's no way. I'm pretty sure we're not alone. I'm pretty sure we're not alone in that.
Oh yeah, I have a feeling Helldivers 2 was a lot of people's game of the year.
I think overall, the majority of GK's game. Majority. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. Like, it's hard to think of some other one. I can think of some other ones that would be some contenders, but I think as like a group of friends, we have not come together harder than we did for Helldivers this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do have
Destiny
like
close second.
Yeah. I do have like 3 honorable mentions. I'm not going to talk too much about them, but I want to mention them because
Toss them out there.
fantastic games. One being Silent Hill 2. Fantastic remake. Scares the shit out of me. Good fucking game. That's like my horror game of the year, 100%. Second being Call of Duty Black Ops 6. It surprised me and was way better than I thought it was going to be. I actually did not like it at first. Played more of the campaign.
Turns out that might be like the most expensive game ever made.
You know what? I can tell. I can tell. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, they're saying like 700 mil.
Yep, I saw that. I actually almost put that story in here, but I was like, nah, I'd rather talk about these 2 things.
Fair.
Yeah, but I finally tried the zombie mode, and the new way they do the zombies is actually really fun. I had a lot of good time doing that. Campaign is good. Multiplayer. Let's just say, me and my friends that I've been playing with, we we have really funny screen names now on Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
And we it was like me and 2 of my friends who are in the same clan. We beat a full stack the other day, and we beat them really bad, and they talked so much smack to us that they actually reported all of our names. We had to change them back to our original names. Like, we actually got warnings.
Fucking ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
You would,
it was really
honestly.
Fun. Mine wasn't even bad. It was called Your Mom's Drip. That was my name. My friend's name was
like, interpret
Obi-Wan
that how you
Can
will.
Blow Me. Incriminating myself on the podcast. Who cares? But
do you have any more?
My final honorable mention, and the reason why it didn't make it into my top 5, which I feel like it would have, but I feel like I didn't have enough time at the end of the year to really play this with everything going on. Indiana Jones, dude, and the Great Circle.
Dude, I have not gotten to play it either,
dude,
but I know the moment I do, I'm gonna have fun. I know the moment I do, I'm gonna have fun.
I actually saw what it looks like firsthand on a Series S.
It looks good. It actually looks really quite good.
It is optimized.
Like, they optimized the fuck out of that game.
I'm gonna say this right now.
They optimized the fuck out of that game.
It is probably the best looking game I've ever played. Ever. The best looking game. Like, the graphics are probably the best I've ever seen in a video game. The combination of id Tech and Unreal Engine 5 together in one game. Insane.
Yeah, I'm excited to play that one, dude.
Insane. You should download that on your Series S and play it. Like, I wouldn't wait. I think you will
already have it installed.
Yeah. Ernell, shut up. I played that, dude. I just want to say this. I'm playing that game on my TV, specifically on my Xbox, in 4K, and it is the best looking thing I've ever seen.
The 4K res.
yeah. I was gonna start it on my PC, but then I was like, I heard this runs really good, so I booted it up on my TV, out in the living room. And I was like, oh, holy fuck! You know that moment you turn something on and you're just like, oh my god,
like oh my god.
Yeah. Hellblade 2 is fucking amazing too, but that game plays like a movie. This game plays like a game. That's a big difference.
I get what you're saying. I just have one like eensy weensy honorable mention because it almost made the list because goddamn, it was a port. It was a port, and I loved the fuck out of it. Put like a cool 120 hours into it again. I put 120 hours into it when it went into early access on Steam. And thank you so much, Stunlock Studios, for delivering probably my favorite crafting survival game of all time. I love you, and thank you for making V Rising. V Rising is a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, V Rising is a great game. Oh, well, with that being said, that's our top 5 games of 2024. We're going to talk about what we got going on the rest of the week tomorrow. Nada. Zilch. Nothing. Nothing going on. Okay. Hang out with us. We'll be playing video games.
Probably.
So, if you want to play Helldivers, that's where we're
Yep.
gonna be. That's where we're
More
gonna
than
be.
likely.
Yep. Or
Absolutely.
maybe we might play Warhammer. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Or some Space Marine. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can find us in the GK Helldivers chat, and or I assume the Big Strong Boys chat is the Space Marine chat.
I mean, it wasn't, but it can be.
Oh, well, that's what it is now. I don't know what it was for, but it is now. Now it's the Space Marine chat.
It's Big Strong Boys. That was me and Sam's chat I made. That's why it's locked.
Yeah. Oh. Anyways, I digress.
Yeah. Thursday is our off day. Again, we'll probably be playing video games.
Yeah. In the middle of the week, we game in.
Yeah, exactly. That's like our mini weekend, right? It's our not content weekend. And then Friday, you can catch Ernell and DJ on 20,000 Films Under the Sea, as they will be doing a review of Den of Thieves, Pantera. It's gonna.
Den of Thieves is a drama thriller. Is it a horror movie?
Thriller.
It sounds like a heist film.
Yeah, I think it is a heist film. It's like a thriller heist.
Is it?
Yeah.
But just based off.
I haven't seen the first one. I know this is a sequel.
I don't think I've seen it either.
Ernell said it was pretty good. Good. Yeah. But yeah, guys, let us know what your top 5 games of 2024 were, and hang out with us in Discord, and you can also message us in our chats and let us know. This has been Good Kraken's Death Ratio, your choice for all the nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear live each and every Tuesday at 7 p.m. West Coast, Best Coast time. If you like what you heard, you can head on over to our Discord channel, where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services wherever you like to watch or listen. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Death Ratio and leaving a review there. We have to go, but until next time.
Womp, 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 womp.